Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On first down, it's Webb. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Raiders at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a first down throw. Well, throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
After the sack on first down,
Webb. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. McPherson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 1st down, here's White. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Webb. It's caught at the 10. And he will score.
touchdown, Las Vegas. Zamir White with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Right back to him on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over to 40.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Sharp. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But all you guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down. McPherson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Sharp. They'll roll him out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. McPherson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd down, McPherson. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Sharp.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with White. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Webb. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touchdown, but just outside of the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down now, McPherson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Manning, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Webb now. And a dump off to White. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Webb. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Webb. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They go right back to White here on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Webb. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw, Webb. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Carlson on for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the left side. Manning, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with one of some double-digit yards on that sack.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And the tight end goes in motion left. From the 45 on 2nd down. Webb, and his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Webb to throw. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Sharp. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McPherson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Play action. Sharp.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. McPherson, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Fourth down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah,
if you know, right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
On first down, Sharp.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a second down and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Manning. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
To throw on third down. Sharp toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Webb. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down. Webb. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, McPherson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down. down. McPherson.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Back to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff up the middle. McPherson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Raiders are going to win the football game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special.